In this video, we will explore 10 American bank robberies where the robbers were never caught. Throughout history, there have been daring heists and bold robberies that defied law enforcement. But what about the ones that were never solved? Today, we're diving into 10 notorious American bank robberies where the robbers disappeared without a trace. First up, the 1971 United California Bank Heist. In March 1971, a gang of professional thieves led by Emil Dincio broke into the United California Bank in Laguna Niguel, California. They drilled into the vault, bypassing complex security systems, and escaped with an estimated $9 million in cash and valuables. Despite an exhaustive FBI investigation, including cross-state links to other similar heists, the full team's identities were never revealed, and much of the loot remains unaccounted for. Next up, the 1981 Brink's armored truck heist. This robbery took place in Nanuet, New York, when a group of armed individuals ambushed a Brink's armored truck outside a mall. The attack was violent, leaving 2 guards dead and $1.6 million stolen. While some suspects were linked to radical political groups like the Weather Underground, many participants and the full details of their escape plan remain unknown, leaving parts of the case unsolved. Then there was the 1997 Loomis Fargo bank robbery in October 1997. A daring heist was pulled off in Charlotte, North Carolina. An employee, David Gaunt, masterminded the theft of $17.3 million from Loomis Fargo's vault. Although several accomplices were arrested after a flashy spending spree, some money was never recovered, and certain details about outside collaborators remain unresolved. This case continues to intrigue investigators and true crime enthusiasts alike. Next on the list, the 2003 Wells Fargo Depot heist. In Hartford, Connecticut, thieves executed a highly organized heist, breaking into a Wells Fargo depot and making off with $7 million. The robbery showed signs of meticulous planning, likely involving inside knowledge of the depot's operations. Despite intensive investigations and theories about who was behind it, the robbers were never apprehended, and the case remains a mystery to this day. Next, the 1950 Great Brink's robbery, dubbed the crime of the century. The Great Brink's robbery occurred in Boston on January 17, 1950. A gang of masked men broke into the Brink's armored car depot, stealing $2.7 million in cash and securities. The gang meticulously planned the heist over 2 years, and while several members were eventually identified, not all were caught. A significant portion of the stolen funds was never recovered, adding to the mystique of the case. The 1999 Bank of America heist in Las Vegas. In a daring robbery, a group of masked men stormed a Bank of America branch in Las Vegas, making off with $1.5 million in cash. Despite security footage capturing parts of the robbery, the perpetrators' identities were never discovered. The case baffled law enforcement, and without significant leads, it quickly went cold. The 2005 Banco Central heist in Fortaleza, Brazil. The Banco Central heist of 2005 became one of the most infamous robberies in history, inspiring similar crimes worldwide. A group of thieves spent months digging a 256-foot tunnel to access the bank's vault, escaping with $70 million. While some members of the gang were arrested, others escaped, and large portions of the stolen money were never recovered. Next unsolved robbery on the list, the 2011 Milwaukee Savings Bank heist. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a gang of unidentified robbers carried out a bold heist at Milwaukee Savings Bank. The criminals bypassed security systems, vanishing with $800,000 in cash. Investigators struggled to piece together the sequence of events, and with no concrete leads, the case remains an open mystery. Next up, the 2008 Wachovia Bank robbery. In Houston, Texas, a group of masked individuals targeted a Wachovia bank branch, stealing $2 million in a swift and well-coordinated operation. Despite extensive investigations and surveillance footage, The identities of the robbers were never determined, and the trail went cold. The heist remains one of Texas's largest unsolved bank robberies. And last but not least, the 1990 Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum robbery. Although not a traditional bank robbery, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist of 1990 involved the theft of priceless artwork valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. Two men disguised as police officers tricked their way into the museum, tying up guards and escaping with 13 pieces of art. Decades later, the perpetrators' identities remain unknown, and the art has never been recovered. What happened to the masterminds behind these robberies? Were they geniuses or just incredibly lucky? Let us know your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories.